Guys, it's Alexander Williamson here with the secret history living in your aquarium. Today we're going to be talking about not red lizard cats, but Stiphodons again. We love us some Stiphodon species. Stiphodons are one of my favorite little fish. They're the ultimate little Nano Goby. They are a algae eater, a glass cleaner. They clean up messes that are left by other fish, and they just kind of make their way around the tank, not bothering anyone. They're just an awesome little fish. You can see they can hold on to the glass, no problem at all at any angle. And today we're looking at the green and black Riffle Stiphodon, or elegans, Stiphodon elegans. And really cool fish in that it's got patterns that mimic the riffles that you would see, the ripple effect that causes sand to be moved out on Pacific Islands. Let's see if we can move some of this stuff. There's a few of them gathering right here, and we actually, we have a Kuliloach saying hello also. But these are just a very friendly fish. You can see they've got that nice olive green color. These are really healthy, really good wild-caught specimens from Aquatic Arts. And they're just a fun little fish that can be active both in the day and at night, and they kind of zoom all around. The males are more colorful and tend to have a dorsal fin with a front ray that's a little raised. Let's see if we can see that. It's occurring up on these both, but we'll try to find a better shot of it. And the females are a little more drab in coloration, but they still also come forth with some pretty intense colors. And you can see here, they have that modified fin that is set up like a disc right under there, right under the chin here. You can see size, they're very small, which allows them to hold on to any surface at any angle, really. But those patterns on their person, on their the designs on them, allow them to hang out in areas like these sandy bottoms, and you really do want to give them a nice sandy area with some rocks, maybe a few plants, and then also some good solid hardscape like up here, because that's going to allow them to graze and eat the aufwuchs or biofilm that's there. Now these are tropical fish found all throughout southeastern Pacific islands, and they're kind of an interesting one, found in waterfalls and all over the place. Sorry about the reflection here, but just trying to show you guys some of the color of that dark olive green with a little bit of yellow and some orange on them. They can color up a really magnificent blue color also in intermix. So there you see the males have that fin up front that is longer. The dorsal fin is kind of spade shaped, and it's split into two, the dorsal fin, whereas the females don't have that taller spade shape in the front, and that's the easiest way to tell them apart, other than their colors are different. But sometimes they really light up in different colors when they're excited, when they're eating, when there's something going on and they're communicating with one another. They're very social fish. They're very interesting fish. They need clean running water that's pretty neutral, similar to rainwater in the monsoon season, out in the wild kind of thing. And they live on these small islands and then have babies that are larval, and those babies get washed out to sea when they're when they're just extremely tiny. Look at the beautiful color, that beautiful olive green there. Just awesome color. So they're fun in that they change color throughout the day, and with their moods and their patterns kind of light up different colors depending on what they're up to in the tank. And they're just a really interesting fish with kind of a little face that almost looks like a frog. Kind of gives them an interesting anthropomorphic energy, almost like Kermit the Frog. And you can see the beautiful yellow and green kind of mixed with bronze color there on that female. Just a cool looking fish and a fun fish to watch. But again, like I was saying, you need the water that's pretty neutral. You can have a little bit of acidity, a little bit of alkaline, either way on either side of the neutral mark. You'll be okay. But overall, having it planted and having water that moves somewhat, whether that is having hang off the back filters and sponge filters, or having a couple air stones, whatever it may be, that's what you definitely want, as well as a tank that's old enough that you get a breakdown of things like the food that they eat, which is, you know, plant matter that's breaking down and decaying, shrimp, seed shrimp, microorganisms that we can't see with the naked eye, but they will gladly eat. Things like Daphnia and seed shrimp. All of that is just great news for them. They're super happy about it. Look at that killiloach just hanging out up there. So in any case, they are an easygoing fish, and if you have a tank that's set up for them, that's old and cultured, they are really just an easygoing, simple fish to take care of. Here we've got some birdsong ones, as well as some cobalt blue ones. Again, the females have the stripes and no forward spade up on the dorsal. And you can see in this tank, this is just another way where you could easily keep them, but you want to have that established rock with algae on it, or logs with moss on it, things like that. And they're even shrimp safe, honestly. Most of these Stiphodon species are much smaller than other gobies in other groups, and they don't ever really develop an appetite that I've ever seen for even the baby shrimp, for that matter. So I would say they're compatible, but use a little bit of caution, just knowing that any fish that can fit a shrimp in its mouth may well do that. But they are a fun one, and you know, we're always discovering new species in their group of Stiphodon gobies. There's about 30 or so known now, and you can mix and match them together in your tanks as long as they have enough food and the ammonia and the nitrates are at 0. Your water temperature somewhere between 70 and 80 degrees, and KH maybe somewhere between 2 and 4, and general hardness, the GH, somewhere between 3 and 6 or so. Maybe a TDS of somewhere between 50 and 120. But these guys are just a really fun group of fish in general. And as long as you've got that established tank, they should do pretty well for you. The established tank, the moving water, and the clean water. And that really is what you need for the success that I've found with them. So visit aquaticarts.com and you can get a 15% off discount. The actual code itself will change month to month or every few months, but the most recent posts I put up will have whatever that code is. So right now we're in June, and it may stay June through August for all I know, the code they're using, which is all caps, no spaces, History Secret 15 and History Secret 10 for the 10% off. The 10% off is if you come back and visit them again. But as I was saying, these are really cool fish, hard to find sometimes, and they don't necessarily live a long time, maybe a year to 2 years after you get them in your tank. And they're not going to interbreed because they need that salt water to successfully breed. So you can mix and match, and they're pretty darn peaceful between the various species in here. I've got a neon gold one in here also with the Palawan Riffle Gobies. And at one point we had some orange ones also, some orange fin Stiphodons. So we've tried a lot of different combos and now kind of moved them apart just so I can keep track of all the different types. Because unless they're in their spawning colors, which they'll do randomly, but sometimes it's twice a day for 2 or 3 hours, and other times it's once a week, it's hard to tell the exact species. So they're just a fun one, and one that I hope you guys check out. And if you do have a chance to, try buying some, try them out in your tank, and let me know what you think. Also, I'd love to know what your favorite Stiphodon species is, because they sure vary in color and pattern, and we are nowhere near discovering all of them because they're found all throughout the South Pacific Islands, Indonesia, Australasia, and the subcontinent down there, and kind of around the way almost to Bangladesh and India as well. So very prolific little fish, and very cool little fish. Alright guys, take it easy. I will talk to you later, and I will see you on the next species spotlight. Bye guys.